All right, welcome back to the show, Coast to Coast Sports. My name is Levi. It's been a week. I had a nice little break, little vacation. Actually, it wasn't all that nice. I had to do a lot of homework. That's where I've been, but let's get back into it. We're going to recap. We're going to have two episodes dropping tonight. One of them is going to be NFL Week 5, and the other one's going to be NFL Week 6. So we'll start with Week 5, and let's start with Texans-Bills, probably the biggest game of that week, and a thriller, which it didn't feel like it would be early in the game. Texans jumped out to a big lead. I think it was 20-3. And you're thinking, man, Josh looks terrible, and he did. He played horribly, and CJ looks great. And the big takeaway, a couple takeaways, but the first takeaway is that the Texans are legitimately, and I believe this already. Preseason, I said I think the Texans can win the Super Bowl. And I still think they can. I think other than Kansas City, Houston, Detroit, and maybe Minnesota, if it can last, if they can keep it up, that's kind of these teams can win the Super Bowl. So 3 or 4. Kansas City's obviously Detroit and Houston. I would lean Kansas City right now till they lose. It's tough to bet against them. But Houston's right there. And all of any of the kind of bad taste in the mouth that we harbored from that Vikings loss, that's all gone. That's all gone. And part of that loss, let's be honest here. Let's remember, CJ was sick. That was their first game without Joe Mixon. Mixon got hurt during that game. So that could be why they lost to Minnesota. They might be better than Minnesota at full health. I don't know. Either way. So the Texans looked great. Nico Collins did get hurt, and that is concerning going forward. We'll see how they do, but I think Stephon Diggs can keep them afloat, and Tank Dell, they have weapons. Robert Woods and Mixon's going to be back soon. So that's, they're fine on weapons, I think. The Bills' take is that despite Allen playing terribly, they stayed in it. And that is something that we don't normally see from Buffalo. Josh Allen, 9 for 30. I'm pretty sure I read it's the worst completion percentage by any quarterback ever when attempting 20 or more passes in a game. So he was not good, but no turnovers. And again, he did get his head hit really hard. I think maybe he had like a minor concussion. Probably shouldn't have even been playing. But again, the Bills battled back from a deficit even with Allen playing poorly. And no Khalil Shakir. James Cook playing a big role in that. The run game. They have a run game. They have, a solid defense. They got to a point where they could have won the game in the last drive. And they ended up losing by 23-20. That tells me that the Bills are a good football team. Because if you can compete against a great team when your quarterback is not playing well and your starting wide receiver is out, that is a sign of a great team. Because the rest of the team picked it up when Allen was struggling and with no Shakir. Now, again, do I think either of these teams can beat the Chiefs? No, I don't. Not right now, at least. But they both play them at some point this season, so that'll be kind of the metric test. I mean, they've both proved that they're good. Now the question is, how good?